Om. What can happen when you remember God and chant their name? So behind me you can see I purposely set up this beautiful new suit. I have some other things that I want to show you. And in this video I want to give you a practical miracle that literally just happened to me in the last 48 hours of how I manifested a $1,500 suit and all the accessories in less than about 24 hours for this event that I'm going to tonight. So I want to tell you that story really briefly, and first also mention to you about something else about God's name and fear. So first, let me tell you a little bit of the story. So the other day, this started about a week or two ago, I was out on a walk and I was guided to go into this coffee shop that I've only been into one other time. And I sat down, I had some tea, and I was just kind of enjoying myself, and I was reading a little bit. And this woman walks in, and I was kind of drawn to her immediately. Something about her energy, I don't know what it was, but I could hear her talking, and then she ended up sitting down at a table right across from me, and we kind of looked at each other, and all of a sudden, we just like flowed into this conversation like we were old friends and we knew each other. And we started talking. Long story short, she invites me to meet one of her mentors who she thinks we had a conversation. This mentor, I don't want to say the mentor for personal reasons or what it's about at this time, but maybe I'll share more about that later. And she invites me to meet this mentor, and I was blown away. So long story short, I meet with the mentor once, and the second time I meet with them, which was yesterday on a Monday night, I met with them at, I think, 7:15 at a coffee shop about 20 minutes from my house. We have a nice conversation, and he invites me to an event, which is tonight, which at the time was the next day. An event, I want you to come to this event. I want you to meet all of my associates and meet all these people. The catch is it's business dress, meaning you have to have, it's a suit and tie situation. I says, oh, well, I don't have a suit and tie, but I'll get one. So not really knowing totally what I got myself into, I says, okay, I'll be there tomorrow. And so today, I had to get all of my work done today, and then I had to go on this like an expedition for finding a suit and all the accessories. Now, I've never personally bought a suit, so I'm a complete I have no idea what I'm doing. So miracles start coming in though. I'm remembering God's name. So I finish my work, and I will say that in the beginning of today, now I used to have anxiety problems a lot, not so much anymore, but I can feel it in my body sometimes. My body still has a memory of this. And so today, because I'm doing something so outrageous, I was feeling a little bit pressured today. And I was reminded of TB Joshua's teaching that I just listened to the other day, coincidentally, was if you're in fear, or if you're in panic, or if you're in anxiety, or you're in anger, whatever this, you are forgetting the name. You have to go back into the name and just replace the fear and all this and let it go to the being. And so I'm going to share with you what happens when you do that. So I go out, I'm remembering the name of God, I go out for the walk. I just leave my apartment. I have no idea where I'm going. I don't know where the suits are at, anything. So I just start walking. And I says, where should I go? And then all of a sudden, boom. I walk in by and I see in a window, apartment window on like the second or third floor, a big bag that has Nordstrom on it. Okay, so I said, okay, I'm going to Nordstrom. I go to Nordstrom. I go in there, look around the suits, and I says, I'm not really drawn to anything right away. So I leave Nordstrom, I go to this other place, and this place called Indochina. And I really like their suits in the window. So I go in there, which is right down the block, and I ask the guy, I'm looking for a suit, I need it. And he says, oh, cool. Well, when do you need it by? I says, I need it tonight. He says, oh, no, I can't help you. I'm sorry. It's going to take about 5 to 6 weeks. Long story short, I said, okay. I go back to Nordstrom. That's the place. So I go to Nordstrom. I just walk in the suit section. I have no idea what I'm doing. And the man there, he starts talking to me and takes me step by step. Now I want to back up really quick before I say this. So this morning, after I had my lunch, this is before I go off on the suit expedition, guess what happens? I go and check my mailbox. And in the mailbox is a check from the IRS, and a letter from the IRS. I'm like, oh my gosh, this isn't good. It's not always good to get something from the IRS. I come upstairs, I open the letter, guess what it says? Here's $1,400 from the government, and don't tax it. I said, oh my gosh. Guess how much I spent on the suit and all the accessories I just bought? About $1,500. And I can keep going with this story. At the suit section, we're doing this. He's giving me all these things. I find the suit, and this is unique because suits typically have to be tailored. So I found a suit that fit me. The pants didn't fit me. They tailored it on the spot. They had it tailored for me and ready to go within about 20 minutes. I paid $10 extra. They tailored the pants for me on the spot. As I'm picking out the shirt and tie, I have two options that I'm looking at. I can't decide. I end up picking one. And then some couple comes over, and just out of random, they're asking the guy that I'm the sales associate some questions. And me and the woman, the wife, start kicking out the conversation. She says, you know what? I was still wearing the shirt. The first shirt I tried on, I had the second shirt and the other set of tie available. She says, that shirt, that looks really good on you. I think you should go with this shirt and that tie and not the other one that you're thinking about, which is this, I had a pink and I'll show you behind me. And so I said, you know what? I was thinking before this, I wanted a woman's take on this. And sure enough, a woman comes over and she gives me her opinion. There's that. And there's another backstory about this cologne it's a male perfume. I don't know what you call it. That I also purchased with this. Maybe I'll tell that story later, but there was also a series of miracles that happened with this, and all culminated in this purchase. So now I'm going to show it to you so you know that I'm telling the truth. Here's the shirt, the tie, which the gentleman graciously tied for me because I have no idea how to tie a tie. Tied it for me so I can have it. The belt, he picked out the suit. There's the pants that they hemmed for me. The shoes, socks, and then this cologne, and you can see the bag from Nordstrom. And so is an example of what happens when you remember the name of God and bring them into your life. It's not that you're just going to be some religious monk or whatever, there's typically connotations or associations with you're either a religious person or you're a materialist. And I'm here to tell you that both are possible at the same time. So the reason I'm making this video is to inspire you and help inspire you to remember the name of God, bring them into your life, and see what happens. The more you do this, the degree and measure into which you're able to do this is a degree and measure in which you'll be able to bring that Holy Spirit, the divine power of God, into your life, and you'll see miracles happening. Not just spiritual miracles, mundane miracles. So I wish you the best, and God bless.